Have you ever felt like your mind is a stormy sea with waves of worries and fears crashing relentlessly? You're not alone. This is the story of Elias, a young man whose mind was never still, and how he found a light in the darkness. Once upon a time, in a small coastal town, lived a 25-year-old named Elias. He was a kind soul, but his thoughts were a constant whirlwind. From the moment he woke up, his mind would pull him into painful memories of the past or push him into anxious fears about the future. Even on days when the sea was calm and the sun was bright, Elias felt a storm raging inside him. The relentless mental chatter stole his sleep. It robbed him of his focus. And slowly, heartbreakingly, it took away his smile. He felt lost, adrift in the endless ocean of his own mind. One day, Elias heard whispers in the town about an old lighthouse keeper who lived alone on the cliffs. The villagers said he was a wise man, someone who had once taught many people the secret to living with clarity and peace. Now, he lived a simple, quiet life, watching over the sea and the sky. A tiny spark of hope flickered in Elias's heart. He decided he had to meet this man. After a long, thoughtful walk along the shore, with the sound of the waves as his only companion, Elias finally reached the lighthouse. It stood tall and stoic against the vast blue sky. There, sitting near a small wooden table, was the old man. A single candle burned beside him, its flame dancing steadily, a small, bright beacon of warmth. Elias approached him, his voice barely a whisper. "Grandfather, my mind never rests. I want to find peace, but I don't know how." The old man didn't say a word at first. He simply looked at the candle, his eyes calm and deep like the ocean at dusk. He gestured to a chair beside him and said calmly, "Sit with me." As Elias sat down, a strong gust of wind suddenly blew in from the sea. The candle flame, which had been so steady, began to flicker and dance wildly, almost extinguishing. The old man looked at Elias and asked, "Do you see how the flame moves?" Elias nodded, his eyes fixed on the struggling light. Then the old man gently cupped his weathered hand around the candle, shielding it from the wind. Instantly, the flame grew still again, burning bright and strong. He looked at Elias with a gentle smile and said, "The wind is like your thoughts. You cannot stop the wind from blowing." Elias looked puzzled. The old man continued softly, "But you can protect the flame. The flame is your awareness, your present moment. When you give your full attention to one simple thing, the feeling of your breath entering and leaving, your body, the sensation of your feet on the ground, the task right in front of you, your mind becomes like this protected flame, calm, steady, and bright." Elias closed his eyes. He took a slow, deep breath in, and then let it out just as slowly. He focused only on the air filling his lungs and the feeling of release as it left. For the first time in what felt like forever, the tightness in his chest loosened. He felt a sense of lightness, a quiet space opening up within him. He finally understood. Peace wasn't about fighting his thoughts or trying to silence the wind. It was about choosing where to place his attention. It was about gently guiding his focus back to the present, back to his own inner flame. As the sun began to dip below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple, Elias stood up. He bowed deeply to the old man, a silent thank you for the profound lesson. He walked away from the lighthouse, not with an empty mind, but with a peaceful one. The waves still crashed against the shore. The wind still blew through the tall grass. But inside him, Elias felt his own flame, steady and unwavering, lighting his way forward. If you're struggling, remember you can't stop the wind, but you can always protect your flame. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like and subscribe for more content to help you find your inner peace.